Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. A reminder of our major stories. Federal government announces closure of Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja from Wednesday. Benin Kingdom monarch appeals for acting president's intervention in attempt by Ijaw communities in Gelegele to annex the area. Former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Anyoko frowns on abandonment of dreams of Nigeria's founding fathers. And US President Donald Trump signs new executive order, places 90-day ban on people from 6 mainly Muslim nations, excludes Iraq. Just a quick reminder now that for more on our top stories and others, please visit our website, channelstv.com and youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also watch us on the go on your mobile device. Log on to m.channelstv.com or download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS and Windows phones from their respective stores. Having the Channels TV and Channels 24 app will give you access to news and updates. You also have the eyewitness feature, so you too can be part of the news. Just install the app, then tap and swipe to reveal the eyewitness menu and follow the instructions to share those pictures, videos or news of happenings around you. Normalcy has returned to the University of Lagos, where many staff and students were earlier today denied entry following a protest by some of the students. It was gathered that the students were demonstrating against the rustication of some of their colleagues by the school authorities for allegedly organizing a protest last year over poor electricity and water supply in the institution. According to the students, the action of the school's management was an attempt to deny them their right to expression. But the university authorities in a statement refuted the students' claim, saying that the rusticated students were duly investigated for specific acts of social misconduct which they allegedly carried out. It adds that the students were also found to have engaged in activities capable of damaging the university's reputation. Let's cross over to Abuja now. Here's Ibrahim Adra. Ibrahim.
Many thanks to you, Ijoma. A former governor of Adamawa State, Bala James Singlari, has been convicted and sentenced to 5 years in prison by a high court sitting in Yola, the Adamawa State capital, over corruption charges. The presiding judge, Justice Nathan Musa, found the former governor guilty of 4 charges and discharged him on one which bordered on conspiracy. The judge discharged and acquitted former secretary to the state government and the commissioner of finance, who were second and third defendants in the case. The judge said the law stipulated that the convict shall not be given an option of fine. The former governor was charged on September 21st, 2016.
This is the first time in the entire jurisprudence of Nigeria that a former governor is being convicted for corruption-related offenses. So it's a historical day from that point of view. We thank the court for its considered judgment, and we note the admonishment given by the judge that this is a lesson to other governors not to run the affairs of government as if it's their personal estate. And for me, that admonition is the greatest victory.
The Commissioner for Finance did not participate in the award of that contract. He did not also participate in the payment for the contract. You understand? He didn't take part in the award, he did not take part in the payment. So there was nothing that he did that amounted to non-compliance with the procurement law. You understand? He must do something first. It doesn't matter that he was commissioner. Nothing passed through his table in the award and payment for that contract.
And still on judicial matters, the trial of the former governor of Abia State, Dr. Orji Kalu, and 2 others on allegations of fraud was told today at the Federal High Court sitting in Lagos amid a heavy downpour. The failure of the prosecution to serve the statement of one of its witnesses on the defense team halted the proceedings before Justice Mohammed Idris. The witness, Onova Ovenevo, was about to begin his testimony when the lawyer to the second and third defendants, Chief Solo Akuma SAN, drew the court's attention to the fact that his statement was not part of the proof of evidence given to him by the prosecution. Lawyers to both Governor Orji Kalu and the EFCC have their own submissions about the decision.
A witness whose evidence we do not know, whose statement we have not seen, but who is nonetheless listed as witness number 12, cannot give evidence, because we ought to know under the doctrine of fair hearing what evidence is going to give. The court has therefore listened to all the senior advocates, and it has adjourned the matter to tomorrow at 10 a.m. to enable him deliver a ruling on our objection.
This is not the first time that we have witnesses that are being called by an order of court. It's on subpoena, it's on witness summons, and they are saying that the witness summons must do a written statement before he can testify. This is the first time that we heard that. So, and we spent 2 hours arguing as to whether that witness should give evidence or not. These are not things that are envisaged under the law. So, a witness that is supine is a witness of the court and not the witness of the party. So, and the requirement to serve written statement, it doesn't call me. But you hear them arguing and making money out of it. But it's an abnormal situation.
After several Nigerians with valid visas were denied entry into the United States, Nigeria has cautioned its citizens against urgent travel to the U.S. Now, this is coming from the Special Advisor to the President on Diaspora and Foreign Affairs, Mrs. Abike Dabiri-Rewa. In her statement, the office says it has received a few cases of Nigerians with valid multiple entry U.S. visas being denied entry and sent back to the country. She adds that in the reported cases, the persons affected were sent back immediately on the next available flight and their visas were cancelled. She explains that those without any compelling or essential reasons to visit the U.S. should consider rescheduling their trip until there is clarity on the new immigration policy. Our respect and protection of the rights of citizens is the cornerstone of effective community policing. This is according to the Director, United States International Narcotics and Law Enforcement Affairs in Nigeria, Ms. Rosalind Weiss, who was speaking at an advanced human rights training for Nigerian police officers in Abuja. Meanwhile, the British High Commission has also trained police officers in the Northeast on how to police in a vulnerable environment without infringing on the rights of citizens. Our correspondent, Amaka Okafo, has a report.
As the Nigerian military continues to liberate and ensure that the Boko Haram terrorists are kept at bay, the Nigerian police, which is charged with internal security, has been working to ensure that they continue to gain the trust of Nigerians in those areas to protect them from security risks. One of such moves is a collaboration between the Nigerian police and the United States Embassy in Nigeria to sharpen the skills of officers and men of the Nigerian police on the protection and respect for human rights.
Protecting citizen civil rights is one of the cornerstones of effective community policing. By practicing the human rights-based policing skills you learned this week, you can demonstrate to the community that the police can be trusted and will protect them from security threats that they face every day.
Elsewhere, the sentiment is the same, as the British High Commissioner's advisor on Nigerian security and justice is also advising the Nigerian police to make room for trust on the part of the citizens.
So I hope that as these next 2 weeks continue, that it will be an opportunity for us to engage not simply the theory but the practice, the reality of how we deliver security to communities that continue to feel the pressure of Boko Haram, and indeed that through that we can think about how we can become more transparent, more accountable, how can we better work together.
On his part, the Inspector General of Police describes the trainings as apt, given the sensitive and vulnerable nature of police operations in the Northeast.
This is the trainers course. After this course, we are now deploying these officers to the Northeast to sort of, pass this course to our colleagues who are DPOs, who are area commanders in the field there in Yobe, Borno, and Adamawa states.
It remains to be seen if the lessons learned at this training will be utilized by the Nigerian police when the troops are down. Amaka Okafo, Channels Television News.
You're watching the news at 10. Let's get back to Ijoma in Lagos for more reports.
All right, thanks a lot, Ibrahim. Now let's take a look at some party politics. And the Southwest leadership of the People's Democratic Party has passed a vote of confidence on the Senator Ahmed Makarfi Caretaker Committee with a promise to support the committee as it seeks to restore the fortunes of the party. This is one of the resolutions at the end of the Southwest PDP meeting held at the Ekiti State Government House in Ado-Ekiti, the state capital.
The leaders hereby resolve as follows. Number one, we pass a vote of confidence and support for the Senator Ahmed Makarfi-led National Caretaker Committee. 2, the leadership appreciates the doggedness of members of the PDP in the Southwest in the face of harassment and intimidation, and we implore them not to lose hope as there is light at the end of the tunnel. 3, we PDP leaders and members in the Southwest support the decision of the National Caretaker Committee led by Senator Ahmed Makarfi to challenge Senator Ali Modu Sherif's claims to the leadership of the party at the Supreme Court.
Very successful. If you see the caliber of people that attended this meeting, you see that the party is here. The party is here, and they are all happy that this meeting was conveyed for them to bear their minds and share their views and advise us on the way forward. We are with Makarfi, without doubt. Personally, I am with Makarfi. I made that very clear. I'm not a pretender of any sort. That's where I am. I don't like my position. It's good luck to you. That's where I am.
When the News at 10 returns, Director General of Nigeria's Debt Management Office offers solutions to recurrent debt servicing in the country's budget. That's on business. Just stay with us.